Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're unpacking a real trip down memory lane, the absolutely chaotic, incredibly heartwarming experience of a classic 1990s Indian train journey. If you grew up taking these epic summer trips to visit your grandparents, man, this is gonna hit right at home. So, let's dive into the pure magic of traveling to Nani's house.
Think of this explainer as a virtual journey map, structurally following the exact chronological flow of a classic summer vacation. We kick things off at 0 hours with the frantic energy of boarding. By hour 4, we're deep into the rhythm of the ride, the snacks, the sights. Around hour 10, we hit that emotional high of finally pulling into Nannypur station, and by hour 12, we've reached the holy grail, Nanny's house. It perfectly shows how the journey itself is just as memorable as the destination.
So, here is our travel itinerary for today's explainer. We'll be moving through 4 phases. First, the window seat battle. Second, snacks, sights, and train magic. Third, welcome to Nanator Station. And finally, Ladus and village adventures. Section 1. The window seat battle, the ultimate sibling rivalry. The trip always officially kicks off with absolute chaos. Mom is frantically trying to make sure nobody misses the train, but the kids, their top priority is locking down that window seat. Whoever boards first wins. We're talking about high-stakes real estate here. Naturally, a massive sibling dispute erupts over who was there first. But the best part is that classic parental compromise that always follows, sitting half and half on the seat. It's this brilliant little micro-negotiation that anyone who's ever shared a train bench with a sibling knows all too well. It sets the whole vibe for the trip. Minor squabbles immediately forgotten because, hey, we're on a train. Section 2, Snacks, Sights, and Train Magic, Fueling the Journey. Now, we hit the core of the train ride. The rhythmic motion takes over, and suddenly the whole trip becomes about one thing: non-stop eating. The 90s train ecosystem basically ran on an endless parade of snacks. First, you've got the calls for piping hot chai for the adults, while the vendors sweet-talks the kids with free milk. Then, the samosas. And let's be real, you start by ordering one, but immediately correct course and order 4, because one is never, ever enough on a train. Then come the sweet bananas, and of course, a massive half-kilo mountain of peanuts. There's actually this hilarious moment from our sources where a kid eats samosas and is instantly hungry again. The siblings joke that his stomach is literally bigger than the train. Someone even asks, "Are you going to eat a half-kilo of peanuts or open a shop?" It perfectly captures how train travel just magically multiplies your appetite.
And this really highlights the human connection that made these journeys so incredibly special. The vendors weren't just walking by selling food, they were the entertainment. Take this great quote from the banana vendor. "I'll give 1 banana free, actually 2, if you make me laugh." I love that. It shows the highly personalized, conversational nature of train travel back then. The aisles were completely alive with banter. You weren't just a passenger staring at a screen, you were part of this moving community where a solid joke could literally score you an extra snack.
Of course, keeping kids entertained for 12 hours straight in a confined space, that requires some next-level parental creativity. As it gets dark and the train blasts through tunnels, which obviously means everyone has to quickly make a wish, the questions start pouring in. "Dad, why is the train running so fast?" Instead of giving some boring physics lesson, we get this absolute gem of dad logic. The train is running so fast because it also wants to eat Nani's ladus. It is just such a clever, humorous way to redirect a kid's impatience and build up the hype for the destination. Dads also had to field impossible requests, like a kid wanting to walk all the way down to the engine. Dad's response? "Grow up first, for now just sit in your seat." Classic, tired, affectionate parenting.
Meanwhile, as the kids are glued to that highly coveted window, they're trying to make sense of the world zooming by. They know passengers need tickets, right? But when they see cows running alongside the tracks, they seriously start wondering, wait, does the cow need a ticket too? They spot a monkey on the platform and just assume it's waiting to board, wondering who's going to check its ticket. They even joke that the train waving hello means it's their new friend, though Mom is quick to chime in with, "Yeah, just don't try to drive it home." They even start imagining what would happen if the train suddenly started flying like a plane, and figure, well, the pilot would just check the tickets then. It's this really beautiful reminder of how mundane travel logistics get completely flipped upside down by childhood imagination.
Section 3, Welcome to Nannypur Station, Arrival at Last.
So the long hours have finally passed, and then you hear it, the magic words. Next station, Nanipur. Instantly, it is pure chaos all over again, exactly like boarding, but with 10 times the adrenaline. It's a mad scramble to get off, and check out the priorities here. Grab the bags, grab the doll.
One kid is insisting their teddy bear absolutely has to drink water first. Another is clutching their favorite doll in the rush. But amidst all the bags and the toys, the most important question rings out across the platform. Where is Nani? The anticipation hits its absolute peak as they scan the crowd until she joyfully calls out, "Oh, I'm right here!"
Stepping out of the station, the kids are immediately hit with a stark contrast between their urban home and the rural village. Back in the city, a VIP vehicle means a fancy car, and you're dealing with strict traffic lights. But out here, the VIP vehicle is a rustic, ultra-dependable bullock cart. The kids immediately dive into role play. One says, "I'll sit near the bull. He's the driver, so I'll be the conductor." And when they marvel at the lack of traffic, they're told that in the village, wandering cows are the traffic. And as the source notes, they listen to absolutely no one. It is such a charming, funny adjustment to the slower, deeply earthy pace of village life. Section 4. Ladus and Village Adventures, the Ultimate Reward.
They've survived the long journey, navigated the bullock cart, and now it is time to claim the ultimate treasure. They finally step foot in the house. Now, what's a kid's first instinct? I'm going to find the Ladus! But hold your horses. Every grandmother has her strict protocol. Step 1, reach the house. Step 2, which is non-negotiable, wash your hands immediately. The kids obviously are frantic to skip straight to step 3. One kid proudly announces they already washed their hands, making Nani laugh at how fast they're hustling just to get to the prize. And finally, step 3 is unlocked, devouring those legendary hot and fresh Ladus.
So the fastest kid gets their hands on the sweets and immediately starts taking inventory. 1, 2, 3. But Nani quickly steps in, affectionately scolding them, saying, "Enough, enough, just eat. Don't count the whole plate." It perfectly encapsulates that pure grandmotherly love, right? Providing an absolute abundance of treats, a giant plate of Ladus, and just wanting the kids to enjoy them without restraint. It's the sheer, unadulterated joy of finally eating the very thing the train was supposedly running so fast to reach. With bellies completely full, the kids immediately start mapping out their idyllic village itinerary. They want to hit the mango tree, bragging about who's going to swing the highest. They follow up on their train obsession with animals by heading out to feed grass to the local cow. And in a really beautiful callback to their earlier jokes, one kid notices the cow smiling and says, "I think she wants Ladus too." The day wraps up with the realization that, yeah, today was incredible, but tomorrow holds even more adventures. And more importantly, as one kid astutely points out, more Ladus. As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a thought. Looking back at these classic 90s adventures, what is your most cherished memory? Is it the chaotic, snack-filled, window seat battling journey itself? Or is it the warmth of finally arriving, washing your hands and grabbing that first sweet off your grandmother's plate? It is a tough call, because both parts hold this incredibly unique, unforgettable magic. Thanks for taking this trip down memory lane with us today. I hope this explainer brought a huge smile to your face, and I definitely encourage you to hold on to those wonderful travel memories. Until next time, keep exploring.